Hello students, welcome in World of Science. Today we are going to study topic number 11, that is cell structure and microorganisms. Dear students, do you know the organism made up of minute particles? Which minute particles they are? Yes, that is cell. Every living organism made up of minute component, and this component is nothing but cell. In this topic, we are studying the detailed structure and function of cell. Let's start with cell. Cell is nothing but structural and functional unit of living organism. Cell is nothing but structural and functional unit of living organism. Structural means what? Every cell having a specific shape. So, it is the structural unit. Functional means what? Every cell performing a specific function. Okay, it is important definition. Remember that cell is nothing but structural and functional unit of every living organism. Let's start the next point, that is organization level in living organism. Organizational level in living organism. As per know, every living organism is made up of cell. So cell is a minute component of every living organism. Cell is a minute component present in living organism. Number of cells comes together and make a tissue. Number of cells comes together and make a tissue. Number of tissue comes together and make a specific organ. Number of tissues comes together and make a specific organ. Likewise, number of organs comes together and make a organ system. Number of organs comes together and make a organ system. And number of organ systems comes together and make a organism. Okay, this is the flow chart. In this flow chart, we understood that the cell is a minute component of every living organism. The different cells or number of cells comes together make a tissue. Number of tissues comes together and make a specific organ. Number of organs comes together and make a specific organ system. And number of organ system comes together and make a organism. In organism, different kind of life processes carried out by different systems. For example, digestive system, respiratory system, reproductive system, etc. These are the systems in which the life process carried out continuously. And this is important notice that the cell is a minute component of this living organism. The different life processes carried out with the organ system. Means cell, firstly discovered this cell by scientist Robert Hooke. First he observed the beehive-like structure under a microscope and he gave the name of this beehive-like component or hexagonal component, that is cell. So student, remember that Robert Hooke is the first scientist who has discovered the cell. Firstly he observed hexagonal or beehive-like structure under a microscope and he gives the name this hexagonal structure, that is cell. Dear student, as per cell is a minute component, therefore we cannot see by a naked eyes. The specific instruments required for this, that is known as a compound microscope. With the help of compound microscope, we can easily observe different kind of cell. So let's see which structure and function of this compound microscope and how it is work. Dear students, going to our next topic, that is measurement and observation of cells. Our next point is measurement and observation of cell. Dear student, in 1673, Anton Leuwenhoek first observed or construct a microscope. With the help of this microscope, Anton Leuwenhoek observed the cell like protozoans and bacteria. With the help of different lenses, he constructed a microscope, and these microscopes are used for observing minute cells. Dear student, here the cell is a very minute particle, so we cannot see with the naked eyes. For this, we used a microscope for observing the cells. Let's see first how the construction of microscope is used. Dear students, it is compound microscope used in our laboratory for observing the cell. Let's see the different parts of this microscope. This microscope is known as a compound microscope. Let's see its working and its structure. Students, this is the narrow tube present in this compound microscope. It having an eyepiece. This eyepiece is used for observing the cell. Another tube is present, and near that adjusting knob is present. This is major adjusting knob and this is minor adjusting knob. With the help of this knob, we can adjust the height of microscope. See this mechanism? Okay, this is the adjusting knob. And this is eyepiece. In this eyepiece, the different kind of lenses are present. After this, here the different lenses are also present and this is movable. First, different powers of lenses are present, that is 10x and it is 100x. 10x is a low power and 100x is a high power. We can use this and it is rotating disc present. With the help of this lens, we can observe the different microorganisms or any kind of cell. These flat platform are present. It is known as a stage. Whatever you have to prepare a slide, you put on this stage. Here, the U-shaped structure is known as a base of the compound microscope. And one mirror is fixed here. This mirror is present for or adjusting the light. Okay, let's see these all parts again. This is narrow tube. It is known as eyepiece. Look at this. This is the eyepiece. Another narrow tube is present with having the adjusting lens. One is a high power and another is a low power. The next part is adjusting knob. With the help of adjusting knob, we can adjust the height of the microscope. And this is minor adjusting knob. Next, the flat surface present in the microscope, it is known as a stage. Whatever slide you have to make, put on this stage. And next, base is present, and here near the base one mirror is fixed. This mirror is used for adjusting light. Dear student, hope you understand the different part of the microscope. With the help of this compound microscope, we can observe the minute cells, any kind of cell. In the previous video, all of you see the preparation of onion leaf peel, how this slide is prepared and how to observe under the compound microscope. Cell is measured very minute particles, so the different units are measured or used for the measurement of cell, that is micrometer and nanometer. Okay, different units are used for the measurement of cell. that is nanometer and micrometer. It is the very smallest unit of measuring the cell. Important note is that in exam you remember one thing, the units of measurement of cell, that is nanometer and micrometer, which is give exams in a objective questions. Okay, like for example, fill in the blanks, dash dash and dash dash units are used for measuring the cell. Your answer is micrometer and nanometer. So it is the important objectives for your exam. And one more important thing, that Anton Leeuwenhoek is the scientist who discovered first in microscope structure by using different lenses. And these lenses are used in compound microscope, which are used in common laboratory for observing any kind of cell or any kind of bacteria and protozoans. Okay, dear students, now all cells are same structure? No, every cell have a different structure and performing a different functions. Okay, let's see the different shapes and size of some cells.
Students, see the pictures of various cells. First picture is of amoeba. Amoeba is a microorganism. Amoeba do not have a specific shape. It is irregular in shape. Next picture is red blood cells. It is red in color. It is oval and disc-shaped structure. These red blood cells are present in our blood. Next picture is surface cell. It is rectangular in shape, present in plants. Below this, muscle cells are present. It is spindle shaped and present in our muscle. Next one is an egg cell. It is circular in shape. It is present in female. Next one is fat cells. It is oval in shape and present in our muscles. Next is Spirogyra. This cell is spiral shaped and it is plant cell. Next one is a bone cell. It is somewhat oval and it is present in our bone. After that, a sperm cell is present. This cell having a tail-like structure. This sperm cell present in human male. Last picture is of nerve cell or neuron. It is largest cell in our body. The branch-like structure is present. Dear students, these all are the various kind of cells which having different shape, and these all cells performing various kind of functions. Each cell contain various components for carrying out life processes of the living organism. These components are called organelles. These organelles are studied in detail with the help of electron microscope. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, प्रत्येक पेशीचा आकार हा त्याच्या कार्यावरती अवलंबून असतो. त्याच्यामध्ये असणारी अंगके त्याला जीवन प्रक्रिया सुरळीत चालवण्यासाठी मदत करत असतात. पेशीमध्ये असणारे ही घटके यालाच आपण पेशीची अंगके म्हणजेच सेल ऑर्गॅनेली असे म्हणतो. These cells are divided into two types, plant cell and animal cell. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, या पेशीचे मुख्य दोन भाग पडतात, वनस्पती पेशी आणि प्राणी पेशी. Let's see in a next photograph the difference between animal cell and plant cell. See the pictures of plant cell and animal cell. Some organelles present common in plant cell as well as animal cell, and some organelles are present only in plant cell and only in animal cells. Cell wall, it is present only in plant cell. It is outermost covering of the plant cell. Give the specific structure for the cell. Next one is chloroplast. Chloroplast present only in plant cell. It gives green color to the plants. Chloroplast only present in plant cell. Next one, cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it is liquid-like structure or jelly-like structure present inside the cell. Cytoplasm present plant cell as well as animal cell. Instead of this, mitochondria is also present plant cell as well as animal cell. Mitochondria is called powerhouse of cell because it provides the energy for the cell in the form of ATP. ATP is a chemical, that is adenine triphosphate. Next one is vacuoles. Vacuoles is also present plant cell as well as animal cell, but morely it is present in plant cell. Next one, endoplasmic reticulum. It is also present in plant cell and animal cell. Next organelle is nucleus. It is present plant as well as animal cell. Nucleus controlling all mechanism of cell organelles. Golgi bodies. It is also present in plant cell as well as animal cell. Cell membrane. Cell membrane only present in plant cell as well as animal cell. Lysosomes. Lysosomes present only in animal cells, and free ribosomes are present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. Dear student, one question is given to your book, that is, which are the common components of the plant and animal cell and which are the different ones. With the help of this picture, you can easily identify some common and uncommon cell organelles present in plant as well as animal cell. You can write down this answer in your notebook. The cell has four main parts: the cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm and cell organelles. Let's see this part again. First, cell wall. The cell wall is the outermost covering of the cell. It is present only in plant cell. Second, plasma membrane. The plasma membrane, also called the cell membrane, is a kind of thin covering. It is extremely delicate and flexible. It is the outermost covering of animal cells. Third one, cytoplasm. The liquid part in the cell present around the nucleus is called cytoplasm. It occupies the space between plasma membrane and nucleus. Cell organelles are scattered in the cytoplasm. Fourth one, cell organelles. These mainly include the nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, mitochondria, vacuoles, plastid, etc. Plant cell contain chloroplast. Dear student, these are the cell organelles of the plant cell and animal cell. Hope you understand the difference between the plant cell and animal cell.
Hope you understand the different shapes of cells or different size of cells, as well as the difference between plant cell and animal cell, and some cell organelles. Coming to the next point, that is microorganism. After that, some questions are given in the book in Use Your Brain Power. Taking first question, how do the cell acquires definite shape? How do the cell acquires definite shape? The outermost covering of the cell is a cell wall. With the help of cell wall, the cell acquires definite shape. Okay, the outermost covering of the cell is made up of cell wall, and with the help of cell wall, cell acquires definite shape. Coming to the next question, how are cell protected? Okay, here the cell is, outermost covering is cell wall, and cell wall protect the cell organelle. Third question, what are the needs of cell? The cell needs energy to perform any kind of function. The cell need energy to perform any kind of function. Then come to our next point, that is microorganisms. In Marathi, microorganisms means Sukshma Jeev. After that, let's focus one question. What is mean by microorganism? What is mean by microorganisms? Let's find out answer. Here the next question is categorize the following organism into two groups, two size. Categorize the following organism with the help of size into two groups. Some organisms are given, that is amoeba, paramecium, euglena, snail, elephant, pigeon and worms. These organisms categorized by different groups according to their size. Let's take some reference. Can amoeba see with our eyes? No. Can pigeon see our eyes? Yes. Okay. Means we categorize these all animals into two groups in which those animals see with the help of eyes and those animals we cannot see with the help of eyes. Let's solve this question. We distinguish these animals into two groups, that the organism which see with the help of eyes and the organism which cannot see with the help of eyes. First organism is amoeba. Amoeba cannot see with the help of eyes, hence we write into the second group. Next is paramecium, euglena. Paramecium and euglena also cannot see with the help of our eyes, hence it is coming into the second group. Then snail, elephant, pigeon, worms can see with the help of eyes, and it is all organisms comes into the first group. Okay students, elephant, pigeon, worm and snail, these animals are seen with the help of our eyes. But amoeba, paramecium, euglena, these animals cannot see with the help of our eyes. These animals see only with the help of compound microscope. Means these all animals are nothing but microorganisms. We are getting the answer. What is microorganisms? Those animals we cannot see with the help of our eyes. These kind of organisms are known as microorganisms. Means paramecium, amoeba, euglena, these bacteria, viruses, these all are the microorganisms. The important question for our exam is, what is mean by microorganism? And the answer is, those animals which cannot see with the help of our eyes. These animals only see with the help of compound microscope. This animal is known as a microorganism. For example, paramecium, amoeba, etc. Dear student, today we are facing against coronavirus. Coronavirus is also microorganism. We cannot see coronavirus with the help of our eyes. Hence, we are using mask sanitization for our protection. Whatever images you have to see in television, these images are compound microscope image. Okay, this coronavirus is also nothing but the microorganism. Next point is occurrence of microorganism. Next point is occurrence of microorganism. In Marathi, सूक्ष्मजीव कुठे कुठे आढळतात. Dear student, generally microorganisms found in anywhere like soil, air, water, dead and decaying plant material, and also metals, non-metals, etc. Bacteria, viruses or microorganisms found everywhere. They are found in solitary or colonies. What is mean by solitary? Live singly. And what is mean by colonies? It is live in a group. For example, amoeba, paramecium like microorganism lives in a colonies. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, अमिबा आणि पॅरामोशियम सारखे सूक्ष्मजीव हे ग्रुपनी आढळतात, समूहाने आढळतात. मात्र काही सूक्ष्मजीव किंवा बहुतेक सूक्ष्मजीव हे सॉलिटरी म्हणजे सिंगली एकटे एकटे आढळतात. सूक्ष्मजीव सर्वत्र आढळतात. अशी एकही जागा नाहीये की जिथे सूक्ष्मजीवांचं अस्तित्व नाहीये. मीन्स इन द ऑकरन्स ऑफ मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम, रिमेंबर वन इम्पॉर्टंट नोट इज दॅट द मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम इज फाउंड एव्हरीवेअर. सॉइल, एअर, वॉटर, डेड अँड डिकेइंग मॅटर, प्लांट्स, ॲनिमल्स, प्लास्टिक, metals, non-metals, everywhere. Means microorganisms is found everywhere. Dear student, hope you understand all this point. Today we are studying what is mean by cell. Cell is nothing but structural and functional unit of every living organism. After that we study about the cell size. Every cells having different size and performing the different functions. Next, we study the difference between plant cell and animal cell and focusing some different cell organelle. After that, we study about the microorganisms. Important definition is those organisms we cannot see with the help of eyes. Only with the help of compound microscope we can see this organism, and this organism is nothing but microorganisms. For example, bacteria, viruses, amoeba, paramecium, coronavirus is whole are included under the microorganism. Next point is occurrence of microorganism. Microorganisms occurs everywhere: soil, water, air, metals, non-metals, dead and decaying materials. Dear student, here we stop the points. In the next video, we study the next point. Till then, you take some questions for your homework and all of you solve this question in your notebook. Take the questions. Dear student, here some questions are written in blackboard. All of you solve these questions in your notebook. First question is, write the name of different cell organelles. Second question, which units are used for measuring the cell? And third question is, write note on microorganism. Okay, goodbye.